to Hogwash, everybody.
Yeah, welcome.
We are here. It is a glorious end of September.
For real. September.
The temperature had such a dramatic effect. If you look at the first couple days of September to the last couple days of September, this is weather I can dig it. I actually went kayaking this weekend.
Saw that.
I was so excited to be out there.
I was impressed you were on the water and you used your phone and it survived. Mine wouldn't have. Did you put it in one of those bags? Mm-hmm. Excuse me.
I didn't yesterday, but I didn't on Saturday, but I do have one of those, a waterproof phone bag. And actually, to make that even a little funnier, Dean's kayak rode up along my side kayak alongside of mine. I handed him my phone over the water and said, "Here, take some pictures of me."
Holy snipes, Batman. You were really living life on the edge that day.
Well, so we were in the news, and we only went from the dock where we got on to the next dock up, which is like nothing. If you were to, you could probably walk it in 10 minutes. But it took us like 30 to kayak because the water it was very slow and very nice. Like, it was a lovely day for kayaking. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, we were playing. We weren't really working out. So. Yeah. The first time people see my kayak, they're like...
Is this the one you roll up and put in the back of your car?
It's in there right now.
Man,
so, man. I did a quick live when I was out on Saturday. And... BJ was more impressed that he saw the front of the kayak. I'm clearly in the water on the video. And he was like, I'm just impressed and it floated. Because if you looked in the back of my car, all you saw was a rolled up sheet of plastic.
You should put him on it.
I would put anyone on it. I really like it. It's supposed to take 2 minutes to put together. So let me backtrack. I have a Tuck-Tech kayak, a Tuck-Tech folding kayak. I'm a huge fan of their products. Mm-hmm. So I bought it like everybody else that got pandemic money. I was like, ooh, free money. So I spent it. But I've always wanted a kayak. I've probably wanted a kayak for 20 years. And I bought a kayak. So, but I didn't want just any kayak. I am 5 feet tall. I'm always going to be 5 feet tall until I get older, and then I'll shrink. So it's not beneficial for me to try to reach on top of an SUV to put a kayak up and down. I'm short.
Makes sense.
So when I was researching the kayaks, there were 2 different kinds of the folding kayaks. One was Orgu or Gami or something. I don't remember the name of it. Beautiful, but $2,000.
No.
And so I was like, well, car, kayak, car, one. Yeah. So then I came across Tuck-Tech, and I watched them put it together, and they looked a little awkward, and they looked a little cumbersome, but it looked like I could do it.
You said sold.
I did. I said sold.
Like me, like I would do. I want the one that is most aggravating. Yeah. That's the one I want.
So now Dean wants one, and Jennifer probably wants one too, because it's neat. It's neat to be able to see this rectangular sheet of plastic just chilling in the sand, and then it's a boat.
I'd go just watch that.
You should come just to watch me try to put it together, because it's hilarious. It's supposed to take 2 minutes. It takes me 10 with 2 people.
So technically it only takes you 5 if you split it in half.
No. It takes me 10 with 2 people.
But it takes you 5 minutes to do your part. It takes the other person 5 minutes to do their part.
We're doing that at the same time.
I can reason this out all night, Kristy.
They're doing one end and I'm doing the other, so we're doing it at the same time. But actually, it takes 9 minutes to remember how to do it, and then 1 minute to put it together.
Okay. Don't ask me how I I rationalize my purchases then. Like if I buy something really expensive for Reese, say I buy her a coat and it's $100. And Jess will be like, you spent $100 on that coat. I'd be like, well, technically I only spent $50 because she's going to wear $50 worth and then Sloan's going to wear the other $50. So technically I get 2 uses out of it.
I like it.
So when you split it in half, I really didn't spend that much money.
I'm a fan. Mm-hmm. So I've saved money for our Washington, D.C. trip.
Yeah.
And I'm super excited to blow this money. But it's because it's just how my brain works. Like, I'm not a saver of funds. I've tried. I mean, I can save funds if I need a car, if something needs fixed, no problem. But I'm not a rainy day person. I prefer to live now. My children are going to have to pay for my retirement. When I'm old and feeble, somebody else is going to have to take care of me. I accept this as fact.
Yeah.
So I'm looking on Amazon, and there are Bluetooth lapel mics. They just clip to the back, come up your shirt, and have the mic right here. And I thought, we need that for Washington, D.C. Like, we need it. So the first ones I found were $200, and I'm like, no. But see, then I found one for $59, and it has 2. So, it gets better. Hang on. So a couple months back, I asked Danny, what kind of camera? Like, what kind of video camera would be good for us to walk around with?
I told you I had one.
You have one for when Reese was a baby. Hard pass.
It's a 2009 model.
Well, it's 2021, baby. So, Danny sends me this one. It's like $500. I don't think it was that expensive.
Damn, Danny.
Well, I asked him, like,
come back to reality.
I gave him parameters, and he was within the parameters.
Oh, okay.
So then I looked at the parameters he set, and I found a camera for $65. So now, for $115, which, by the way, is within our sponsored money amount raised for Washington, D.C.
Just send me the links. I'll go ahead.
Okay.
Just send them on over to me.
But all I could think of is that would be so cool because you have the selfie stick. I have all the pieces that need to attach a camera.
Who else is going to have all this cool stuff?
Yeah. And we could use them so fun fact, local Hogwash once a month is going to go on scene somewhere else. Aha. So we made that commitment. We want to explore more of Lenoir County. We'll probably start on Sunday.
Hashtag explore more.
Hashtag explore more. I like that. So yeah, I thought once I realized that it was within the window of what we raised for Washington, D.C., I was like, there's no way we're not getting this.
Exactly. Last week when I was on my way here, I was really moving it to get here last week. And my office is right on Highway 11 between the Cooperative Extension and the drag strip across from the mobile home park.
Right.
And it's really nothing for us to have people pull in our parking lot during the day, turn around. It's a good turnaround spot if you think you're going down the wrong Highway 11. Okay, so anyway, but we're real peculiar at our office, and I know you can't believe that either. We're very peculiar people in the fact that
I've been to your office. I believe that with 100% certainty.
When we drive by, it's just it's automatic. You turn and look. You check for certain things. You make sure that there are no lights on, the building's not on fire. Nothing looks peculiar.
Yes.
Well, something was amiss last Wednesday.
Okay,
so I drive by and I see this Lexus pulled in. It's pulled in at an odd angle. It's not parked in a parking space. And I saw this man standing outside, and the man had his back tailgate open. And I was like, maybe it was Thursday. Anyway, I don't know. It was last week. And I said, Self, something's not right. You should turn around. So I went down and I turned around and I came back and I did another slow drive by, and he's still out there and he is rubbing something liquid of some sort on his self. And I said to myself, Self, you should turn around again. So I did, and I sat in the turning lane and I watched him for about 10 minutes. And I really don't know what he was doing, but I do know he relieved himself in the parking lot. I do know that. But it looked like he was rubbing something on his sleeves. He was rubbing something on his shirt, on his pants. So it was Wednesday. So then I get there on Thursday, and there is a container of motor oil sitting by the back door where we all walk in. And I was like, that's weird. That's suspicious. That's weird. And so then I asked people there in my office, I was like, y'all change y'all's oil out here last night or what? And they were like, no, it was by the back door when we walked in. So, of course, we have cameras. And I remembered what time I was driving by. And I happened to go back and watch the cameras. And it was so weird. He pulled in. He got the oil out of the back of his car. He put on a sweatshirt. And then he was like putting the oil in his hands and rubbing it on his shirt, on his chest, on his sleeves, on his legs. I mean, he was doing all this. And then he's used the bathroom. So obviously it was... And then he was rubbing his head. I was like, what is he doing? So then everybody's like, gosh, he probably is, it ran the gamut. He is an auto mechanic who has recently lost his job, is telling his wife that he's going to work, but he's really not because he doesn't have a job. So he had to stop on the side of the road and douse himself with motor oil so that she would think he went to work that day.
Yo, there ain't no woman that dumb.
I've met him. And then
sorry, I had
the next day. Yeah, the next day is when I find out that Brian Laundrie has been spotted. People think he's in Boone, North Carolina, and I'm convinced that he was in our parking lot.
What?
I even went so far.
I did not make that jump. Wouldn't your camera have showed that?
Well, we couldn't really see the man's face. But I even went so far as to Google what kind of vehicles that Brian Laundrie's parents owned. They don't own a Lexus, but he could have hijacked one from somewhere. So, ever since last Thursday, Wednesday, I don't know, one of those days, I've been convinced that it was Brian Laundrie that was in our parking lot.
I was going to say, this one is...
I have a very active imagination.
That, and you want that to be.
Well, I made up that story about the mechanic too. You better get ready. We're going to the fair.
Yay. I am super excited. I want to see the cheerleading competition.
That's part of my spiel.
And
It's part of my pile.
What else did I want to see? I want to go to the cheerleading competition. I want to see the demolition derby just because I like a wreck as good as the next girl.
We'll get there. Okay, so the fair is the 5th through the 9th. It starts on Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Tuesday night's a cheerleading competition. I've never been excited to go to the cheerleading competition until this year.
What changed this year?
My child's in middle school. She's got friends that are on the cheerleading squad team for Woodington. Grayson is going to be in the cheerleading competition, so I've obviously got to cheer for her, support her. You know.
Yes.
No, I was never a cheerleader. That's another story.
Me neither.
And then I know all these girls, and it's finally nice to know somebody that's in this competition. I can finally, have a dog in the fight.
Right. You have a reason to want to go.
Exactly.
I get it.
So that's Tuesday. And then Wednesday is school day, so you get $2 off if you have one of the passes to get in.
Which I won't because my children are out of school.
I'll bring you one.
I'm not going every day.
Girl. Okay.
Do you want me to stay for Washington, D.C. or not?
So on Wednesday, guess what they're doing Wednesday?
What?
Tractor driving competition. Have you ever?
I have
Welcome
never.
to the South. It is the Lenoir County Agricultural Fair Tractor Driving Competition. And I am excited about it.
Do you know what I'm excited about?
Washington, D.C.
Okay, I was talking about the fair.
The food?
The casserole competition.
I'm getting to that. Kristy?
Sorry.
So then, on Wednesday at 6:30, the 24-karat cowgirls. They're a drill team.
That will be cool.
Yes, they're an equestrian drill team, which means that they've got their stuff together. They ride beautiful horses, and everybody will stand in awe.
I'm excited about that too.
Me too. Oh, then on Thursday. Nope. I'm sorry. Wednesday, 7 o'clock.
The wrestling.
Is wrestling time.
I love how you even said wrestling.
Yeah. It is. It's midway madness.
I know.
I'm used to March Madness, but I'll take Midway Madness too.
I'll take it too.
Yeah. And then on the 9th, Saturday, Jennifer School of Dance is dancing at 2. The Pink Slippers dancing at 3. Moves is dancing at 6. That's sad. They jumped around. Thursday is Dollar Day. Not sure what that means. Here we go. On the 6th, it's casserole cook-off. Are you going to enter that?
No.
Why?
Because I don't actually cook.
You cook all the time.
Yeah, but not what other people would eat.
You don't know.
I'm pretty sure I know.
Variety is a special blend.
Says the woman who doesn't eat her food together.
Touche.
So we're going to take a moment to thank our sponsors. As we do every week, we'll lead off with thanking Brandon Potter for the work that he's done with us. He takes an amazing headshot. He makes me look so pretty. And then I want to thank...
I think family pictures made. Go ahead.
I want to thank BJ Murphy for just being BJ. Everything else that goes with that.
Danny Perez for being Danny.
Because we love you, Danny.
Yeah, we do. Thank you for the spinning
That was
above my head.
hilarious.
But it was accurate, so I appreciate your accuracy.
We are... Our next guest is... You know what? I don't have a clue.
Don't even tell me.
So we're not even talking about that?
Surprise! Surprise!
Our next guest is surprise. We have updated our website and our...
When she says we, she means her.
Okay, I have updated our website, our YouTube, and our... I don't think I've done the podcast completely yet. What I'm working on is including the audio podcast to Facebook. Because they have a podcast option, and I had to play around with it.
We'll talk about that later. You know, for someone who is on the back side of 40, I'm on the front side or the back side?
Okay, the back side of 40 would be like the older side.
Okay, for someone who's on the front side of 40, I know nothing about technology. I'm not woke. I ain't nothing.
Woke and technology are two different things.
Well, it's a good thing. All I know how to do is half-ass share stuff on Facebook and get on the TikTok.
Well, Michelle's going to be in charge of creating one TikTok a week. So there's that.
Okay. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
I'm not old enough to be a man.
Well, I'm not old enough to have these neck issues and this pink eye, but here I am.
Here's to getting old, friend.
Cheers.
Cheers.